This is Dr. Barbara O'Neill, and today we are going to talk about something that has confused, worried, and even divided people for years: the idea of body pH and whether the food you eat can make your body too acidic or more alkaline. Especially if you are over 50, you may have heard alarming claims that acidity causes disease, that certain foods are toxic to the body, that you must alkalize yourself to stay healthy, or that one wrong meal can throw your system into danger. Perhaps you've wondered why you feel sore, stiff, tired, inflamed, or low in energy, and you've asked yourself quietly, is my body too acidic? Am I damaging myself without knowing it? Some people start removing entire food groups out of fear. Others drink alkaline water religiously. Some chase charts, lists, and rules, yet still don't feel better. And the most unsettling part is this: doctors rarely explain pH clearly, while online advice often sounds confident but extreme. This leaves many people stuck between fear and confusion, afraid of eating the wrong foods, unsure who to trust, and wondering why doing everything right still doesn't bring relief. Today's discussion is not about selling fear or promoting rigid diets. It is about understanding how the body truly regulates pH, what diet can and cannot do, and why the acid-alkaline conversation is both misunderstood and oversimplified. Because once you understand how the body works, fear loses its power and clarity replaces confusion. One of the most important things to understand about pH is this: your body is not fragile. It is highly regulated, intelligent, and remarkably precise. Blood pH is maintained within a very narrow range, and if it were to shift significantly, life itself would be at risk. This alone tells us that the body does not allow food to casually change blood pH. The lungs and kidneys work continuously, minute by minute, to regulate acidity and alkalinity. Breathing controls carbon dioxide, which directly affects acidity. The kidneys filter acids and bases through urine. These systems operate automatically, without conscious effort. So when people hear that eating certain foods will acidify the blood, this creates unnecessary fear. Diet does not override these systems. However, and this is where confusion begins, diet does influence how much work these systems must do. Foods do not change blood pH directly, but they affect acid load, mineral balance, inflammation, and waste production. Over time, this influences how the body feels, how efficiently it clears waste, and how resilient tissues remain. This is why people feel different on different diets, even though their blood pH stays stable. The issue is not acidity itself, it is burden. When the body is overburdened, symptoms appear. And symptoms are often mistaken for acidity, when they are actually signals of overload, inflammation, or mineral depletion. The acid-alkaline concept became popular because it offered a simple explanation for complex problems: pain, fatigue, inflammation, and chronic discomfort. People noticed that diets rich in vegetables, fruits, and whole foods often made them feel lighter, clearer, and less inflamed, while highly processed diets made them feel heavy and unwell. Instead of recognizing the roles of fiber, minerals, hydration, and reduced inflammation, the explanation was simplified to acid versus alkaline. While this made the idea easy to understand, it also created rigid thinking. Foods were labeled good or bad, acidic or alkaline, without context. This led many people, especially seniors, to restrict protein, avoid nourishing foods, or fear normal bodily sensations. What was overlooked is that the body uses acids intentionally. Stomach acid is essential for digestion. Muscle activity produces acid. The immune system uses acidic environments to neutralize threats. Acidity itself is not the enemy. The problem arises when elimination systems are weak, hydration is low, mineral intake is insufficient, or inflammation remains unresolved. In these cases, the body struggles to clear metabolic waste efficiently, and discomfort follows. The improvement people feel on so-called alkaline diets is often due to improved nutrition, hydration, and reduced inflammatory load, not because the blood became alkaline. Understanding this frees people from fear while preserving the benefits of healthy eating. One of the most overlooked aspects of the acid-alkaline discussion is the role of minerals, because minerals are the body's primary buffering agents. Calcium, magnesium, potassium, and sodium are used by the body to neutralize acids produced during normal metabolism. This buffering process happens quietly every day, without drama, and it is one of the reasons blood pH remains stable. The body does not wait for food to alkalize it. It actively regulates itself using stored and circulating minerals. Problems arise not because someone eats an acidic food, but because mineral intake is insufficient over long periods of time. Diets low in vegetables, seeds, nuts, legumes, and whole foods often lack the mineral density required for efficient buffering. When mineral reserves are low, the body must work harder to maintain balance, and over time this contributes to fatigue, bone weakness, muscle cramps, and joint discomfort. This is where confusion sets in, because people are told acidity leaches calcium from bones, when in reality the issue is not acidity, but mineral depletion combined with poor intake. Bones are dynamic tissues, constantly being rebuilt and remodeled. They respond to load, nutrition, and hormonal signals. When minerals are consistently supplied through food, the buffering system functions efficiently. When they are not, symptoms appear. The solution is not extreme alkalization, but steady nourishment. A mineral-rich diet supports the body's natural regulation far more effectively than chasing pH numbers ever could. One of the biggest misunderstandings in the acid-alkaline conversation is the confusion between acid load and inflammation. They are not the same thing, yet they are often spoken about as if they are interchangeable. Inflammation is the body's response to irritation, injury, stress, or overload. It can be triggered by excess sugar, refined oils, ultra-processed foods, poor sleep, emotional stress, lack of movement, and toxin exposure. Many of these same factors are present in diets labeled acid-forming, which is why people associate acidity with inflammation. But inflammation is not caused by acidity itself. It is caused by strain on the body's systems. When inflammation is high, tissues feel sore, stiff, swollen, and painful. When inflammation is reduced, the body feels lighter, calmer, and more flexible. This is why people feel better when they eat more vegetables, hydrate well, and reduce processed foods, not because they changed their pH, but because they reduced inflammatory burden and improved elimination. Understanding this distinction is freeing. It allows people to focus on reducing inflammation through lifestyle choices instead of fearing normal metabolic processes. The body is designed to produce acids and neutralize them. It is not designed to tolerate chronic inflammation without consequence. When inflammation is addressed, many of the symptoms blamed on acidity naturally resolve. Many people test their urine pH and believe it reflects their overall body pH. This is another area where misunderstanding creates anxiety. Urine pH simply reflects what the kidneys are eliminating at that moment. If urine is acidic, it often means the body is successfully excreting acids. It may reflect mineral excretion or dietary influence. Neither result is inherently good or bad. The kidneys adjust urine pH deliberately to protect blood pH. Chasing a specific urine number can lead people to override their body's natural regulation with unnecessary interventions. Numbers without context create stress, and stress itself disrupts digestion, sleep, and hormone balance. The body does not need to be micromanaged. It needs to be supported. When hydration is adequate, mineral intake is sufficient, digestion is functioning, and elimination is regular, the kidneys and lungs do their job effectively. The focus should always return to how the body feels and functions: energy, sleep, digestion, comfort, clarity, rather than isolated measurements that do not reflect the whole system. When everything is brought together, the truth becomes surprisingly calm, and reassuring. Your body is not on the edge of becoming too acidic, and your health does not depend on constantly alkalizing yourself. The body is resilient, intelligent, and equipped with powerful systems designed to maintain balance every day of your life. Diet does matter, but not in the rigid, fear-based way many people have been led to believe. What matters is nourishment, mineral density, hydration, digestion, movement, rest, and calm. When these foundations are in place, pH regulation takes care of itself. The real danger lies not in eating the wrong food, but in living in constant fear of doing something wrong. Fear tightens the body. It disrupts digestion, breathing, sleep, and hormonal balance. Understanding releases that tension. When you replace fear with knowledge, you begin making choices from confidence rather than anxiety. You eat with ease, you trust your body again, and when the body feels trusted, it works better. Aging does not mean becoming fragile. It means becoming more sensitive to imbalance and more responsive to support. That sensitivity is not weakness, it is guidance. The more you honor it, the stronger and steadier you feel. Health is not built through extremes, it is built through consistency, simplicity, and respect for the body's design. And when you live that way, balance is no longer something you chase, it becomes something you experience naturally, quietly, and with confidence. And please do subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates about health.